When I first started, I started at Greg's Auto Body, which is around here. It's pretty close. That's when my dad would show me how to do certain things. I was kind of cleaning around the shop, and I would watch these guys put bondle, prep cars. But it wasn't until I left and went to Prestige Collision, which was in Paramus, that used to be a really big shop. That's when I started getting more into it around the age of like 19, 20, around there. I started off tearing down cars first. From tearing down the cars into putting the cars back together, looking at the system on how, the procedures are, how to properly take apart these bumpers. Because the majority of the cars that we worked on were all BMWs and Mercedes. So it was a pretty complex. Sometimes overhauling a bumper is more than the actual repair being done on the bumper. So it's very, 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 you have to have a lot of details when you take off the bumpers, to the point where I then became a head of the blueprinting team, is what we called it, where I would have my own laptop. I would have a team of 2 guys tearing down the cars. I would go over there and I would kind of write a supplement. From there, they saw the way that I was pushing, the way that I was having my team organized. They wanted to make me the production manager. So around the age of 22, I became the production manager for Prestige Collision Center.
So pandemic hit.
I ended up going to,
so what happened next?
I'm not too sure if you heard of them, Demand Motorsports.
Okay.
I worked for Rick for about a year and a half working on Porsches. We would convert your regular RSs, the 3.5s, into a 4.5, turn them into race cars. We would do a bunch of, he focused mainly on just Porsche work, dropping the engines, sending them out, putting them back in. And that's when my father got a job offer from Clarkstown. And he basically said, hey, we're a 2-man package. Like, wherever I go, he'll go. Then he brought me in here, and I think that was in 2021.
Wow.
And I've been at Rockland County as I initially went in as their production manager / teardown tech. So I was tearing down the cars, trying to get them through the shop. From there, they offered me the opportunity to become an estimator. Because in Jersey, you don't need one. You don't need a license, but in New York, you need a license to write estimates. So they brought me over to our other location in Superior. That's when I learned from Mike Ferry, the GM over there, and Tommy from Rockland, who was the estimator over here. They were helping me a lot, learning how to properly write for the New York State and stuff like that, what to look for and what to put into the estimates. And once I got my license up there, they moved me down here to Clarkstown again.